get that.
You don't get that what?
That whole like, oh, it's an Aries thing. Oh,
You
it's
don't?
a Pisces thing. Or it's an Aquarius thing.
You don't see the characteristics like from like certain people.
No.
Okay, so Cancers, emotional, criers, wear their hearts on their sleeve. You're telling me you fucking don't see me being extra emotional.
Okay.
You don't see someone else being extra the other person.
But not just Cancer. It's like, okay, say for example, okay, so here's.
If it's a woman, then it's her period. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, women are always waiting for their period. Like, dude, I'm a bitch even without my period, okay?
You're not a bitch. You're
No,
bitchy.
I'm bitchy. Okay.
You're bitchy. Yeah, you're bitchy.
So say for example, okay, two people that are and were Leo. My dad and my husband. They're both Leos. About a week away from each other. So like Robert was on the 17th and my dad was on the 21st.
Okay, that's where your problem is right there. Your dad is more balancing from Leo, and what's the next one after that? Because he's at the cusp and he's at the end.
But they're both at the end.
No, Robert is considered in the middle.
There's 4 days in the middle. I mean, 4 days in the middle.
I know, but Robert is still technically the horoscope ends on the 21st, 22nd. So your dad is literally at the end. Robert is still closer to an actual Leo. So it makes him a little different, but it also, and this is another thing that a lot of people don't know, it also depends at the time of day that you were born. So if you're closer born to the moon time or closer born to the sun time, and then also you don't only have one horoscope. You have a second horoscope that could be your moon horoscope. So I'm like Cancer meeting Scorpio type horoscope. Mm-hmm. So that could be affected. So it doesn't mean that they're just Leo. It depends time of birth. Like you could get it to the pinpoint time and minute of that when you're born. Because of the moon, it affects your emotions and all that stuff throughout the time. So a lot of people who were born, like let's say at night, when it comes to a full moon, their emotions and everything else that regards to their horoscope is up here, like to a 10, compared to like someone who was born in the morning, even though they might be a Leo also, but since they were born in the morning during the sunlight, their horoscope will not make them a Leo that much because there's not a full moon. It's weird. Like there's more details than just you're born from this day to that day.
That's complicated.
Yeah,
That's
it's super complicated. So I'm still learning about it. It's super complicated. Like you have to do a lot of reading into it. But only because they're both Leos doesn't mean they're both gonna act like just straight Leos. Like you're always gonna have a little bit of something else because of the time, date, year that you were born. Like it goes to that extent because of the moon. The moon affects
Why
a
was
lot.
the night born is just another day?
Like
no, I need one of those days when I'm like a total bitch.
Then you could be a Scorpio. Because of the year that you were born. What was the moon, the time that you were... What was the time?
Well, that's the funny... I have no idea what time I was born.
You don't know what time you were born?
I know the date. And I know...
Obviamente, boba.
I mean, not like the date. I mean, the day. I was a Thursday kid.
I was a Wednesday kid. You see, that has effect to it. Like, that part has an effect to it. But I'm a Wednesday kid, a crack of the dawn. Like, I was like, the sun wasn't even out yet. But it was already the night. So that affects my horoscope of being a Cancer. Yes, I'm a Cancer because I was born in this time, but because I was closer born to the moon instead of the sunlight, I could be more Scorpio sometimes. It's weird, I'm telling you.
It makes me dizzy.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's not just the wine.
Okay,
it's also the horoscope.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
Are you telling me that because you were born at the crack of dawn or before the dawn, your attitude, your behavior, your character is different at night than it is at day?
Yes. That's why you might be an owl, or you might be a type of person that's a night owl, or a type of person that's a day person. Like, growing up, I was always, like, I had a lot of insomnia. I would not sleep at night. It was hard for me to go to bed at night. So at night, I was like, woo, it's only 5 o'clock in the morning type shit. But then the older I've gotten...
one day, and that was it.
Yeah. You see, but then, like, the older I've gotten, kids and all that stuff, and obviously, me ayuda para dormir, I'm more of a get up at the crack of dawn early. If I can get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, get all my shit done by 10 a.m. and I do nothing for the rest of the day, then that's where I'm at right now. But that affects, the time that you were born affects if you're more of a night owl, if you're a morning person, if you're not a morning person. Yeah. So let me tell you like this. Bella was born around 3 something in the morning. Not a morning person. I found out Bob was born around 2 something in the morning. The day he was born. He's not a morning person. Cranky as fuck. Both of them. They don't like getting up early. And more me, I do like getting up early in the morning. But like I said, I evolved to where I'm at now because I have kids and like have to get my schedule done at a certain time. It also depends.
Complicated.
Yeah.
Maybe when I have kids, if I ever have kids, it'll be different.
You're like, right now? No. I'd rather
Right now.
go to sleep. What time? It's past my bedtime.
It actually is.
It is. I know it is.
But yeah, no, I mean, because before it was like I could go to sleep at 11, so it didn't really matter. Because I would wake up like at 7, 8, 9, 10 in the morning. So
Yeah.
I was like, whatever. But now because I wake up at 4 in the morning, I'm like at 8 o'clock at night.
Pass the fuck out.
But then I have days like today when someone's supposed to be getting stuff done, and she sits down with her breakfast and passes out without even eating her breakfast.
You passed out without eating your breakfast?
I passed out.
Really?
I woke up almost at 1 p.m.
Well, I got your
sat down.
text. Yeah, I got your text, and it was after
Yeah.
1 for sure.
I sat down, I had the dog with me, and I was like, alright, I'm gonna eat my breakfast. I had my coffee. This is the funny part. I had my coffee. You know that thankful mug, which is pretty big?
Yes.
That's about 12 ounces of coffee in there. I had my coffee. I was like, coffee. I'm gonna drink my coffee and I'm gonna have my breakfast. And I drank my coffee, I put it down, and I was watching a movie, and I was like,
Don't tell me the dog ate your breakfast.
no. He was actually really good
Oh,
today.
good.
I was like, I'm gone. I remember, I think it's got to do with my couch. Because every time I fall asleep on my couch,
You fall asleep for hours.
even on my bed.
No.
But when I have those moments where like I'm able to sleep, like I pass out and I find
And
myself.
it's not like a 20-minute nap, not like
No.
a half an hour, not even an hour nap. You
No,
sleep
I
for
go
like 4 or 5
out,
hours.
Yeah, I'm like, and I had slept until I couldn't sleep anymore last night. So I was like, okay, cool. But no, like I woke up, like I remember, I could hear the TV, I could hear the movies because I was watching Hallmark movies. So I'm watching the movie, I'm listening to the movies, and I'm like, I opened my
exactly
eyes.
how I imagine you. Wait, so you slept in that same position for hours?
Yes.
Oh, hell no.
I was like, and then
You're like that old
I
drunk
remember,
dad.
yes, and I wasn't even drunk. And my dog is sitting right next to me under the blanket, you know, like he's covered up, but his head's out. So he's watching the movie, he's just like laying down. And then I kind of woke up because I felt his head move.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, and I looked at him and he was looking at me like, Mommy? Huh? Mommy? And I was like, and then I'd feel it move again, and I'd be like, I honestly was not able to wake up like completely until I felt him trying to get off the couch.
Uh-huh.
When I felt him get off the couch, I was like, what's the matter, buddy? And he ran to the door like, I really need to pee. So I was like, okay, I gotta get up. And I think it's Lorelai's blanket. She has this really warm fleece blanket.
Uh-huh.
So I threw it out to the side and I was like, oh, it's cold.
Yeah.
So I went and I opened the door for him. I let him out. He went and he handled his business. And I was like, and then Lorelai comes out and she's like, you're asleep, huh? I was like, yeah. You're so little. I was like, I don't like your blanket. But yeah. And she was like, yeah, I came out here and I was like,
The best part is that I could picture you sleeping like that too.
yes. It was like, every time I'd wake up, if I wasn't like this, I was like,
You're one of those that the doctors would want to make a sleep test on because you fucking pass out like so badly?
Not all the time though, but it's like
no, but like, well, obviously, okay. Look,
lately, I guess because I wake up
too early. Yes,
yeah.
Your schedule has changed so much compared to like even when you were not working, or even when you were working, your schedule wasn't this early.
Yeah.
You know, so which is and you didn't have to drive that far, so you have to leave earlier. You know, like your schedule has changed so much, but it's fucking hilarious to know the fact that you actually fall asleep like a drunken old dad.
Yeah.
Like,
without drinking.
Without drinking. That's the worst part about it, because at least drinking, you have an excuse.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just tired and exhausted. I mean, that's what it is. I can't nap. I've never been a napper. Like, anytime Bob sees me fall asleep on the couch, he tries to be quiet, but I'm like, what? You know, he's like, oh, but you were sleeping. And I'm like, okay, what? Well, what do I do? You know, because I could never nap. Never. I could, you see, I smoke weed during the day, and I'm like, what are we doing next? I don't fall asleep. I can't. While other people, well, it depends on what you get. You know, you can get an upper or a lower, or downer, lower, a downer or an upper. But still, like, no matter what I get, I can never take a nap. I'm not a napping person. Even when I was pregnant,
apparently I don't even need to smoke because I will.
You have that good smoker sleep too, man.
You know what the funny
That only
thing
happens to me at night. Like, I can't. Ever since I started smoking, and you know I smoke only at at night and sometimes during the day when I extra enjoy my meal. I don't remember any dreams. Like, I don't remember when I pass out until I wake up the next day, and I wake up like, what happened again? Like, because I don't remember. Do you know how people remember? Oh, I think I had a dream about this. In the last year, I have not had a dream that I can remember.
Wow.
Because
I remember all my dreams. I remember all my dreams, and I was telling one of my coworkers, one of my supervisors the other day, I was like, you know, I'm working a lot when I'm asleep, and I miss my alarm because I'm like, oh, that's not my alarm, I'm already at work. She's like, yeah, it happened to me for like the first year. I was like, bitch, that's just not cool.
Yeah, hell
like,
no.
I only had those like on our very heavy, busy days at the flower shop, where I was like, shit, did I forget to clean these orders? Did I do this? So you go to sleep without a that, and it's like, you end up dreaming that, oh, you're clearing the orders, or you're making the designs, or you're doing this, you have
Hell
that.
No.
But that's happened to me these last couple of weeks with at work, because I'm like, I'm dreaming that I'm in front of my freaking printer, and I'm like, so I'm like, I wake up and I'm still freaking tired. Why? Because I've been waking in my sleep all night. I'm like, can I put that in my hours, please? Like, my sleeping hours, I'm actually working.
I can't. I cannot tell you one dream I've had in the last year, because I literally passed the fuck out and wake up like nothing ever happened. Happy-go-lucky. But I'm so stoned to the point that I just sleep like a fucking baby. And I love it.
But I can't get stoned, because if I wake up the next morning, I'll be like...
No, that's what everybody thinks.
No, I mean, I've had that before.
Really? Well, maybe with the old stuff.
The couple of times that I have gotten so... I mean, I did it once with that one smoke. And I woke up the next morning and I was like, I think I'm so high.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm very bad for smoke.
It probably hits you differently.
Yeah, it hits me completely differently. I'm like,
for me, no, girl. For me, it's like... And then sometimes it lasts for like, okay, let's say if I, like, during lunch, I'll smoke because I want to, like, enjoy my meal, and, you know, whatever meal we're having. And I'll end up eating it 20 minutes later, it's gone. But I smoke enough just to, like, get stoned enough to, like, eat. But but at night, I do smoke enough to pass the fuck out, but I stay up for, like, half an hour and then wake up the next day like nothing ever happened. And I'm like, and like last time we were watching,
I have to wake up to the alarm.
Yeah, no, and I wake up automatically every day at 6:30, 7 o'clock, around the same time every fucking
6:30, 7 o'clock. I'm already ready for work.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm like,
yeah, but yeah. So I think we're gonna go ahead and call this a night.
Yeah. Dancing.
Alright, you guys. We really hope you guys have a wonderful, beautiful, and amazing Christmas. We will be seeing you guys next week as we get ready for New Year.
Oh, goodness.
Goodbye, 2020, you son of a gun!
2021, be good to us!
You know what? I can't come.